Welcome back to OSPF deep dive trainings. In our last training we discussed about the introduction of OSPF, and in this video we are going to check and configure the router ID for Huawei devices. And in our upcoming videos we will try to do same for other vendors, for Cisco, Juniper and Palo Alto. In this video we will discuss only Huawei. So let's recall our previous concept for router ID. So we see that how Huawei routers select the router ID if we do not explicitly configure the router ID by ourselves. So first it will check the loopback. If the loopback is configured, it will select as a the router will select that as a router ID. So if you have not configured the loopback 0, then what will happen? So then it will configure the IP address of the interface as a router ID. So we will check both scenarios by configuring the loopback address by itself and without configuring the loopback address. So let's jump to the simulator that we have provided by the Huawei, known as a ENSP, which is an enterprise network simulator. So on your screen you can see that there are two different routers in this topology, R1 and R2. For R1 router we will configure the loopback, but for R2 we will not configure the loopback. We will only configure this physical P2P interface, just P2P interface, and will establish the neighborship with the R1. So first let's check the configuration that we are going to do for R1 and R2. I have drafted some configuration for R1. Let's review the configuration for R1 as well. So these two commands just for the purpose, like I renamed the router and disabled the info center that pop up after every update in the router. So these two you can ignore. First you see that I have configured the loopback 0 with /31 network, and for P2P IP with /30 network, which is shown in the topology. For OSPF I have silent interface loopback 0. I will discuss what does this silent interface loopback 0 mean in our upcoming videos. Right now we had only discussed the what is router ID, so we will focus on that part. And for area, and I have configured two different network, one for loopback and one for P2P IP address. This is the configuration for router 1, but you can see in this configuration that there is no router ID that I have configured in this router 1. But in case of router 2, you see the first three commands are same, but other commands I only configured the IP address of the physical interface, and I have configured the OSPF only, and there is no loopback there. So this configuration I already executed in R1 and R2. Let's recheck the configuration in R1. Display current configuration OSPF. You can see here what is the configuration for OSPF here. We will check same command in R2 and see there is no loopback here. We can also check the IP. You see that there is only physical interface 000, which is configured here with 1.1.2. Let's check the IP address in here. Now you can see in R1 that there is two different IP addresses configured, 000 with the at interface 000 and loopback 0. So we have reviewed the configuration for OSPF on both routers. Now we will check if the neighborship is established in the neighborship state for OSPF is in full state or not. OSPF peer brief. Now you can see that it is in full state. If here in router 1 it is full, that means here it is already full in full state. But what is the concept, that what we are going to learn from this lab? You can see that I have configured the loopback address in this router, and you see that you can see on your screen that we have configured loopback 0 10.10.10.10, and the OSPF selected router ID as same as loopback 0. But in case of router 2, we have not configured the loopback, but it selected the router ID. What it selected the router ID is G 192.168.1.2. So now you see the rule for Huawei is very clear, that if you configure the loopback address and the interface, physical interface IP, then the OSPF will give first preference to loopback IPs. Then if the IP is not configured, if the loopback IPs are not configured and not uh, advertised in OSPF process, then it will not consider them as a router ID. That will not count them in a router ID list. So both of these scenario we already seen in this lab. So the purpose of this lab, this training is already completed. But one thing I want to emphasize for you, that you must take care while executing the command, the configuration. That is very, it is very important. Like if you go and start doing the configuration and you want loopback address to be selected as a router ID, and you do the configuration for interface first and then select it, then advertise the network for loopback in OSPF here. Like for example, here you configure the P2P IP network first, and then you configure the loopback. Then the router already established the OSPF neighborship with the router 1. Now the router ID is already selected. You cannot do anything. You can only reset the router ID by resetting the OSPF process or rebooting the device. That is the only case, but that is very expensive, that is very risky in case of live networks, in case of networks which is carrying services, for the devices which is carrying services. So I would like I recommend you guys that you must follow the exact sequence. You must cross check them with your solution architects or your network administrator, or who is like supervising your operations. So in live network I recommend you to take care a lot of care. So our video ends at this point. Now we know like how to configure the router ID, like how this rule work of selecting the router ID from loopback to loopback 1. Now I want you that we must know like how it select, if how do we configure the router ID. It is very simple. You can do like this. I want this router ID to be 10.10.10, sorry, 20.20.20. I can do like this. I can explicitly configure the router ID here. See, so the configuration here is already configured. Now you see the router ID is here, but I must reboot the device. So even I configured the router ID here, but I must reboot the device, and the OSPF process should be reset to select the new router ID. I can check this. I can show you OSPF peer brief. You see, even I explicitly configured the router ID, but router have not selected the new router ID. Why? Because I have not reset the OSPF process, or there is no reboot done after this configuration. So guys, must take care when you are doing this operation on your live network. You must reboot the device or reset the OSPF process in order to update the router ID. So that's all from my side. Keep learning and keep return to this channel, and wait for the next video. In next video we will be discussing like how to configure the router ID in Cisco. Thank you.